Chris and Whitney, Whitney and Chris, cooking show.
Hello and welcome back to Whitney and Chris, or as some people like to call it, Chris and Whitney, which sounds much better than Whitney and Chris, cooking show. Now today, unfortunately, Whitney has a sick kid, so she couldn't be here with us. So, from the Franklin County media class, we brought in Marley, a student, one of the students in the media class, and the cool part is she's never cooked a hamburger, have you?
Nope.
And that's why we're doing this show, to teach folks how to cook, to teach kids how to cook. Again, the premise of this show is simple meals at home that you can cook by yourself because you got parents that work, or maybe you're just cooking for your parents. Who knows why you're cooking? But we're going to teach you how to cook. So Marley, guess what?
What?
You're going to learn how to cook hamburgers today, and everyone that's watching. So first, Marley, we always start with the ingredients. So I went and bought 90-10, that's kind of lean hamburger meat, because I am the director of coordinated school health in the county, so we're trying to do a healthier version of hamburgers and what to eat with them. So we're going to start with 90-10. You know what 90-10 means, Marley?
Nope.
Okay. It's 90% lean beef and 10% fat. And you can tell that by the color. They're a little redder than normal. So the redder the color, the more lean meat. And we got some ketchup. You got to have a ketchup with a burger. We got some mustard. You like mustard, Marley? Yep. Marley likes mustard.
I like mustard.
Mustard's awesome. Pickles. No such thing as a cheeseburger without cheese. Do you like cheese on your cheeseburger?
I love cheese.
You got to have cheese on a cheeseburger. One time I had someone order a cheeseburger with no cheese. I don't know, but
that's not a cheeseburger. That's just a hamburger.
That's correct. That's not a cheeseburger. That's just old stinky hamburger. And today we have some chopped up avocado. Instead of potato chips, carrot chips. Potato chips are not good for you. And some onion to go on the burger. No, today we don't have the lettuce and tomato and all that kind of thing. Pile up whatever you want on a burger, pretty much. It's just not wrong. But today we're going to put onions, mustard, ketchup, and pickles. So we're going to start by heating up the oven or the stove. And kids, again, that's watching, make sure you get permission from your parents before running the stove. It could be dangerous. You could get burned. Here's some tips though. Cut the stove on, put the skillet on, pour some oil in. We've already poured some oil in, but again, I just go by the Mississippi rule. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, enough oil. Once you get that in, heat up your stove or heat up the eye. And we're going to go ahead and lay the burgers in a good hot pan. Ow, that was real hot.
Oh my goodness, turn it down.
No, it's got to be hot. That's why you got to be real careful, kids. Some grease just touched my finger and it burned, Marley.
Did it?
Okay. Now the key to a good burger, and this is important, very hot skillet and a good crust on the burger. Another key ingredients here, salt and pepper. So we want to salt them up real nice. We want to throw some pepper on real nice. You like a lot of pepper, Marley? Mm-hmm. And the key is, again, we're going to get a good crust on the burger before flipping it. And the only way to get that good crust on the burger is to have a super hot skillet and leave them on there until the crust gets on the burger. So we're going to let those fry for just a few minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, by now we've got a great crust on one side of these burgers. And my assistant today, Miss Marley, is going to go ahead and flip these burgers, and we're going to work on getting a crust on the other side. This again takes, 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Let's go ahead and flip the burgers, Marley. Marley, you've got to practice flipping. Great job. And if the cameras can see right there, look at the crust we have on those burgers right there. Amazing flips too.
Thank you.
Except for that last burger.
Yeah.
Not great. So we're going to let those crust up for another couple of minutes. But while we're doing that, Marley, while those are crusting up, we're going to let you go ahead and we're going to throw some cheese on them. We want the cheese to melt on the burger while the other side is getting that good crust on it. And make sure, and I know Marty did and I did also, make sure you always wash your hands before handling some food, especially after patting the burger out. Because one time, and I won't say who it is, Marley, but one time in my life, I was getting a burger from a restaurant and a guy licked his thumb to peel the cheese off. Don't lick your thumb to peel the cheese off, okay? And just be real careful putting the cheese on the burger not to get popped by grease or anything like that. So as your cheese is melted on the burger, your next step is the building part. Oh, this is the most fun part because you get to get creative as you want. So we already have a couple of buns here. Now, some folks like to heat their buns up, maybe in the microwave or on the stove. We're just going to leave our buns at room temperature, and we're going to start building. Do you like onions on your burger, Marley? You don't?
Nope.
Mustard.
I like mustard.
Mustard. Most people like onions on their burgers, so we're going to start by building with some good fresh onion. Now, the only thing about onion, it makes your bread. You might not want to eat onions on the burger on a date, on the first date. Not a good idea, but we're going to put some onions on the burger. What about ketchup?
I like ketchup.
Most people love ketchup on their burger. Be careful with the ketchup. Oh yeah, and yes, we're going to leave that on the show. What about mustard?
I like mustard.
Mustard. Off. As the burgers get finished, we're going to put some mustard on them. We're going to throw some pickles on. Oh, everybody's got to have pickles. We're going to have some pickles on here. And last but not least, we've got to put the burger on. And wow, these are looking amazing. You want a good, look at that, just cheesy, melty, drippy. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? That's the best looking.
So good.
Marty, you're a great assistant, isn't you?
Thank you.
So we're going to load up our burger. We're going to let the others cool off there. Going to go here, and as you can already tell how beautiful this is. Picasso masterpiece. That's what happens when you. I like that, but that is what happens when you work with a professional, Marley. Things like this. Maybe not things like that. Things like this. So, we're going to assemble our burger. Get a good mash on it there. We're going to remove this bun. We're going to put our potato chips on the side. And what were those again, Marley? Not potato chips.
Carrots.
Carrot chips. Much healthier. We're going to put a couple of pieces of avocado on the side. Because we're talking about a healthier way of living and a healthier way of eating. So again, carrot potato chips, avocado slices, 90-10 lean hamburger meat with our fresh onions, mustard, ketchup, and pickle. When it's all said and done, what a beautiful plate. Now, last part, I always take a big bite to test out to see how good it is. Here we go. Or Marley, would you rather take the bite?
I'm good. You got it.
You got
Your creation.
She said it's got onions on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Camera's ready. Okay, I'm sorry. Right here. Oh.
Beautiful.
Look. That's awesome. If it's not messy, it's not awesome. Thanks again for joining us on our cheeseburger episode. Again, Marley, thanks for assisting me today. It's hard to talk with your mouth full.
Thank you for having me.
Again, Whitney and Chris and Whitney, cooking show. See you on the next episode. Thank you.
So Whitney and Chris, cooking show.